Over the years, SD1 has grown from a small wastewater treatment utility serving the river cities in Campbell and Kenton counties to the second largest wastewater utility in Kentucky, protecting the northern Kentucky region through careful wastewater and stormwater management for over 30 cities within 3 counties. Before SD1 was established, the water people used when they flushed the toilet, took a bath, or washed the dishes was dumped straight into the Ohio River and its tributaries, creating a serious public health concern and contaminating the region's water resources. The establishment of wastewater treatment in northern Kentucky has helped to clean up our waterways and ensure that the water sources we use for drinking, swimming, and recreating are safe. As northern Kentucky grew, however, and the population soared, we have come to realize that wastewater treatment alone does not completely protect public health or prevent the pollution of our waterways. Water pollution, flooding, and erosion problems caused by stormwater have become as important to control as treating wastewater. Join us in a trip through time to learn more about the challenges we have faced, the changes we have embraced, and the accomplishments we have made. SD1 is not the same organization today that we were yesterday, and we continue to evolve to meet the needs of tomorrow. Before modern sanitation, it was a common practice to dump raw sewage directly into local rivers, creeks, lakes, and oceans. This led to a significant decline in water quality and threatened public health. Therefore, in 1946, SD1 was established to modernize and control the collection and treatment of wastewater in northern Kentucky. As it became apparent across the nation that discharging raw sewage into rivers and creeks led to a disturbing decline in water quality, Congress passed the Federal Water Pollution Control Act in 1948. This was the first attempt by the U.S. government in a 170-year history to protect water quality. To meet the demands for modern sanitation services after many years of planning, SD1 opened its first wastewater treatment plant in Bromley, Kentucky in 1954. The Bromley plant provided primary treatment of sewage for residents of cities along the Ohio River in Kenton and Campbell counties, removing about 45% of solids in the wastewater before discharging it to the Ohio River. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, or the U.S. EPA, was established in 1970 and was charged with protecting human health by safeguarding the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the land on which we live. The newly established U.S. EPA, responsible for reducing water pollution in the nation's waterways, passed the Clean Water Act in 1972, giving them the authority to regulate the discharge of pollutants into U.S. waterways, implement pollution control programs, and enforce strict pollution control measures. In 1979, SD1 constructed the Dry Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant, a more state-of-the-art facility that replaced the outdated Bromley plant. Located in Villa Hills, the plant was designed to treat 30 million gallons a day of wastewater. New interceptor sewers and pump stations were also constructed to provide superior wastewater service to our customers. In 1994, in response to pending changes in environmental regulations and increased public interest in consolidation of services, Kentucky Revised Statute 220, the statute that regulates sanitation districts, was amended, allowing SD1 to operate sewage and drainage systems in cities located within its jurisdictional boundary. Until 1995, the municipalities in SD1's service area were responsible for the operation and maintenance of their own wastewater collection systems, and SD1 was responsible for transporting and treating the wastewater, including the operation and maintenance of 124 miles of main interceptor lines. That year, however, 28 cities in northern Kentucky turned over ownership and maintenance responsibilities of their sanitary sewer systems to SD1. Additional cities within our region later turned over their ownership and maintenance responsibilities, resulting in SD1's current service area of 33 cities within a 3-county radius. In 1996, SD1 began an extensive rehabilitation program on the region's sanitary sewer systems. This included replacing damaged, broken, or aging pipes, upgrading pump stations, replacing damaged manholes, installing backflow valves to prevent sewage backups in homes, and cleaning old sewer lines blocked by sand, grit, and debris. SD1 also developed a comprehensive preventative maintenance plan to help ensure our customers would always receive a high level of wastewater service in a fiscally and environmentally responsible manner. On the brink of a new millennium in 1999, new legislation meant major change was in SD1's future. To control the decline in water quality due to stormwater discharges, the U.S. EPA established the Stormwater Phase 2 program designed for municipalities with a population of 100,000 or less, which included many of the cities within SD1's service area. As a result of the Stormwater Phase 2 legislation, local government leaders were faced with operating a stormwater management program and complying with strict new regulations with little state or federal funding. Because SD1 was already managing the wastewater infrastructure in northern Kentucky, and because wastewater and stormwater infrastructure are often interconnected, local leaders asked SD1 to take on the responsibility of stormwater management in 2003. SD1 realized immediately that a regional approach to managing stormwater would be needed because stormwater runoff knows no boundaries and the pollution, flooding, and erosion problems in one city affect the entire region. In 2004, SD1 opened an innovative educational park to educate the public on stormwater problems and solutions. Public Service Park features environmental best management practices like a vegetated roof, a wetland, and porous pavement. Thousands of elementary students, tour groups, and local residents visit Public Service Park every year to learn more about how stormwater runoff pollutes the environment and endangers water quality, but more importantly, how they can play a part in being a solution to the problem. In 2005, SD1 took a significant step in protecting public health, the environment, and water quality by entering into a legally binding agreement or consent decree with the U.S. EPA and the Kentucky Environmental and Public Protection Cabinet to improve water quality and comply with regulations set forth by the Clean Water Act. Though many cities in the U.S. are under consent decrees, ours is unique. SD1's consent decree is comprehensive, holistic, and sensitive to our geographic region. Instead of focusing exclusively on repairing and replacing the piping and infrastructure of our system, SD1 takes into consideration other sources of water pollution like stormwater runoff and strives to find innovative, cost-effective solutions using nature as a tool. In order to provide more superior wastewater services to northern Kentucky residents, a new treatment plant, Eastern Regional Water Reclamation Facility, was opened in 2007. Eastern Regional was built to relieve some of the stress on SD1's oldest and largest treatment facility, Dry Creek, and has brought immediate economic benefits to our region by lifting the development moratorium in Campbell County. In 2009, SD1 began taking over the stormwater infrastructure from northern Kentucky cities, similar to when cities turned over ownership of their sanitary systems. SD1 has now assumed responsibility for over 400 miles of publicly owned storm sewers and more than 28,000 storm sewer structures. Today, SD1 is providing northern Kentucky residents with an efficient and effective regional approach to stormwater management. 2012 was another historic year for SD1. A third wastewater treatment plant, Western Regional Water Reclamation Facility, was constructed to accommodate the growing populations throughout SD1's service area, adding additional capacity to store and treat wastewater and reducing sewer overflows. Construction of the Western Regional Facility, SD1's second largest treatment plant, and the Western Regional Conveyance Tunnel, the 32,610-foot long, 8.5-foot diameter pipe carrying wastewater to the Western Regional Treatment Plant, together represent the largest infrastructure investment SD1 has ever made. The tunnel and plant began construction in 2009 and will provide the needed sewer capacity for future growth in Boone County and the region. As history has shown, the wastewater and stormwater business is ever evolving. Our business must change to meet the needs of our changing communities. While the growing demands of regulations often set the standard for how our business is managed, our customers' needs come first and control the investments we make and the services we provide. SD1 is committed to making financially sound and technologically proven decisions today, tomorrow, and in the future.